Hi, this is objective 2. It's all about Defang, so not the base. And this is a fairly simple challenge. We only need to make a few adjustments on the regular expressions that we are already given. So let's check it out. So you can see here the difficulty of this one is 1. The difficulty level is represented by snowflakes. I think it used to be Christmas trees, but now it's just snowflakes. And this should be as easy as the holiday hack orientation. Not sure about that one. The challenge description or objective description tells us that we need to find at Scudis upstairs in City Hall. I already went to City Hall. This is just right around the corner from the station. So you enter City Hall. We're going to have another challenge here, I think in Act 2 with Morris. So right now we just head upstairs. And this is at Scudis's office. I think a very accurate replica of the office because he really has this kind of steampunk office. It's amazing. By the way, I think in some videos he actually showcases the stuff and mentions here a few as well on the interesting artifacts that he possesses. For example, he has an original I think it's an enigma. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I'm not getting this one incorrectly. So a bunch of interesting stuff about him and the character here, which is actually a real person. And the NPCs in this version of the game, or this year's version, are actual characters working at CounterHack. So Ed here explains that we need to work on some filtering for the SOC team, and we need to find indicators of compromise for the SOC by first extracting IOCs and then defanging them. When I click on hints, we get our first hint. I think we have 2 for this one. So there is a platform that we're going to use. This is a simple web application basically to make our life easier. We get the second hint. And they tell us that we need to defang, and for example, we can use sed. And I think that's it. So yeah, we don't have more hints for this challenge. And when we open the terminal, it opens this all about the defang application here. And we see the email in question. Wonder if I'm zoomed in. Okay, no, it's just layout is this large, but that's good because you can read it. And there are 2 steps that we need to follow here. First one is extracting the IOCs and then defanging those indicators that we want to submit. And there's a big send to security SIEM button here that is going to submit our solution. And there's also a reference here, which is a good starting place for solving the challenge. We have some common regular expression patterns here. They're not flawless, unfortunately, and we need to fix them. There's some references here, and you also have the set commands to do the defanging. I think this is actually the easy part. So the harder part is to get the indicators. Now, you have to enter some sort of regular expression pattern here to extract the indicators. And I'm going to get on top here in my notes to see what kind of regular expressions I've been using. Sorry, I'm just deleting some stuff from my notes that I don't need. Under references, the first type of indicator we need to extract is domains. And here the reference regular expression for domains is not exactly the best one. I think this actually might be vulnerable to regular expression denial of service as well, but so this is what is given. And if you extract with this, you see that, well, a lot of things are highlighted. Now here, the IOC types are going to be colored for you. You'll be able to see the indicators. On these interface, it's a little bit uh, uh, overlapping with the actual emails here. So you see here the message headers from, to, and the usual stuff. We also see the received headers. So these are interesting for us, but you have to be mindful of the fact that we have also our own domain here. So this Dosinage neighborhood, or not really sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, is our own domain, and we don't want to include them in our indicators. We also have some additional stuff here, which are phone numbers, and you can just go with this one and then work your way from here, removing the elements that you're not interested in, but a little bit well-defined indicator will allow you then, the regular expression rather, will allow you then to do less work with the extraction. So you can also click like this and use a bit better refined regular expression. I think as an LLM tool for this one, I don't really have a good regular expression for domains, and you can see that this comes back with much less false positives, but we still need to remove a couple of these. So we don't need this one, we don't need this one. This is .exe, and yeah, I think that's all. So these three looks good for our indicators. Let me just check my notes. I think, yeah, that's actually what we need. All right, so moving on to IP addresses. The reference here has the regular expression, well, some very basic regular expression for matching IP addresses, and that's interesting. So sometimes it's a bit flaky. I'll just try that one again. And okay, interesting. I'm not sure why this is not even extracting correctly the IP addresses, but it's been flaky. Yeah. So because this is actually missing one. So you need to fix the regular expression pattern here, because yeah, it's not going to find your IP addresses because it's only meshing 3 octets here. That's the main problem. So yeah, when we click extract, that's under domains. Sorry. When you click extract, it extracts this incorrectly. So you can just, basically add another / here and do an extract. Okay, what was missing there? Oh, it even has commas? That's weird. No, those are dots. Okay, I'm not really sure now why this is doing such a terrible job, but just by adding another / here, I think I was missing one / you can extract the IP addresses. This works. Now the reason why I'm spending some time here is it just annoys me. So I'm correcting my notes here. Yeah, this one is correct. It's the video notes that were incorrect. And I don't really use this regular expression. I prefer to use this one, which is a lot more complex, but has much less false positives. And of course, you could also filter the RFC 1918 addresses, but this is good enough. And actually the fixed one is good enough. So if you just add, I'm just surprised because this one should match the first part, but for some reason it doesn't even match that. No, it does now. Okay, weird. I really am not sure what's happening. The interface can be flaky here. All right, so if you just add the last octet here, it filters nicely the IP addresses. We still have an internal IP address. We don't need this one. We can just remove that. And now I need to go back to my domain IOZs and properly extract. Sorry about that one. Let me just quickly remove these. There we go. We have IP addresses, domains. The next one is for URLs. This one is pretty good. It only lacks one thing. When you extract it doesn't match anything. But notice how these URLs here as HTTPS. So you can do just HTTPS, or if you do a question mark afterwards, it's actually going to match, and probably /b for the begin with. Then it's going to match both HTTP and HTTPS, so it's more generic one without the question mark. It also works, and if you don't do the /b, that works actually as well. So the only thing you need to fix is really to match the HTTPS part, and then you have the two URLs. And then for the email address one, this is pretty good. If I remember correctly, that one was quite decent. If you extract, the only thing to pay attention to is not to include our domains and IP addresses, which is just these two, the sales and the info one. And that's it for the extraction part. Next one is defanging. And we only have one set command here, which is defanging the dots, but we also need to defang the others as well. And you can do that with a series of commands and just do a semicolon and then apply it, and this will defang also the unwanted characters. I think the final expression that I had was basically just clicking through all of these and just keep, adding them. So you can do something like this, and then this should apply all the defangs. So you don't need to come up with a complex regular expression. There's also the apply all defang. I wonder if that one that actually doesn't does anything. Just a button there, but you can just do like the hint says, use multiple of these. And I think that should be it. So let's send it. And we have a nice report here. And this is all completed. So the challenge is solved. You have the achievement, and the objective should be also completed. There we go. And we only had 2 hints, so there are no more hints. Then we talk to add and closes down the conversation. Now, this is obviously not a huge task. We were able to do this in a matter of minutes. I also want to show you another way of doing this, which is not really an alternative way of solving it, but if you already know the right answers, you can just use an interception proxy like this one. And when you go to actually submit, you intercept the messages, and let's put there some, I don't know, indicators here. That extracts basically all the letters. Apply, whatever. Yeah, that's probably not a great idea to do it this way. And then when we're going to, that's just a heartbeat message, that's okay. When we're going to submit this, look properly defanged. Okay, let's just then do the first one. I just need basically to submit something. Let's extract, I don't know, that one is good. And then for the domain part, I actually don't have anything that's good. Oh, now for email addresses, I need to clear that. Yeah, okay. Let's do a better job with the email addresses then. Okay, and the validation I think is more client side, but if not, then we're going to apply one for the email part as well. very annoying. Why is it not defanging things correctly? I basically just want to generate the request here. What else do we need to defang? Oh, that's weird. Okay, that was just oh, there's send IOCs actually. It just doesn't do anything. Okay, so I keep on clicking on this and it doesn't send anything because, yeah, I'm capturing it here. Okay, let's forward most of these. Sorry about that one. I was enabling the interception and then I was surprised that it's not sending anything. There we go. So you have the IOCs here. And if you already have the list because you went through this challenge already, then you can just paste it in, forward this, and kind of solve the challenge by just having the list of indicators. But you need to properly defang them. If you don't want to click around the interface, then you can just, you know, copy it out from the email and then use CyberChef, for example, for the defanging, and then you just need to submit the right ones. But it's not really an alternative way of doing it. It's just like, you know, there's one single request that you need to send here. So sometimes if the interface is just not getting it, then maybe that's a good shortcut. But it also solves the challenge. Actually, in this case, we probably need to resubmit it one more time, but let's do the edited request and send it to repeater and send it and see if that one solves it. Yeah, okay, so this requires you to get the proper cookie ID, I guess, or something like that. Oh no, it's actually solving it. Okay, so you can just send in that one request and then solve the whole challenge that way. But the intended way is also pretty easy. So I think the intended way is the way you should solve this. I haven't found any other shortcuts other than, you know, clicking on the submit button and then copying in the right solution. You can't really brute force it or anything, but it's an easy challenge. So let's move on to the second challenge of 1.